This video is a response to a question from Beachy Cove, a member on the 68K MLA forum, who asked whether an SSD improves CPU performance over that of a spinning mechanical hard drive when it comes to a Xbench score. Secondly, he asked whether or how the system measures up to other systems when it comes to its Xbench score. First of all, I'm going to say that I don't generally like making use of synthetic benchmarks in order to determine one system's performance over that of another when it comes to complete system performance. And there is a reason for this. Synthetic benchmarks are pretty severely affected by the configuration of your operating system in what sort of programs you have running in the background. So some people may have disabled all their background tasks and achieve a very high Xbench score over someone like myself. In the case of the test that I'm running here today, haven't disabled anything. So the system's running as it normally does. One thing that a benchmark such as Xbench is pretty useful for is to determine improvements to your own system. So say you increase the amount of RAM in your system and you want to see what sort of impact that has on your overall system performance, then Xbench is a pretty good tool to use in order to gauge that performance increment that you may get. Likewise with a hard drive or a graphics card. So for the test that I'm going to be running today, I'm simply going to be testing this system running a SSD versus a spinning mechanical hard drive to see if that has any effect on the overall system performance. In each case, I'm going to run 3 benchmarks. And what I'll do is I'll take the average scores for all the parameters of each of these benchmarks and then graph them and discuss the results. In each case, I'll let the first test run at real-time speed just to show you how fast it runs, and then from there I'll speed things up. Here you can see that there's a slight variation in the Xbench score over the 3 tests. Next up, I'm going to carry out the same 3 tests again, this time making use of the mechanical spinning disk as a hard drive. Here you can see that the mechanical disk is taking significantly longer in order to complete the tests, giving you a practical example of the difference in drive speed. Here again, you can see that there's a slight variation in the Xbench score over the 3 tests. Here I've tabled the average results of all the test parameters of the 3 tests in each case, and I've graphed the results. Taking a look at the top of the graph at the Xbench score, you notice that there is an improvement in score with the SSD over that of the spinning mechanical hard drive. With all the other results except those pertaining to hard drive performance, you notice that there are only slight variations in performance. And that is probably just due to slight differences in how the computer performed when running the various tests. However, when taking a look at hard drive performance, you notice that there's a significant increase in performance when running an SSD over that of a spinning mechanical hard drive, especially at the bottom when it comes to your random read and writes. Okay. And as far as I'm concerned, this is definitely the most important parameter when it comes to the real world feel of a system. Now, taking a look, or should I say, when looking at synthetic benchmarks such as these, I also don't believe that these tests are weighted correctly because in my experience of things, a faster hard drive has a dramatic improvement on the real world field of a system. So I don't really know whether that slight increase in Xbench score is correctly weighted when it comes to the benefit that you'd get from fitting a SSD over that of a mechanical hard drive. I hope you found this to be interesting and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching.